Exodus chapter 2 verses 1 to 10.
A new Pharaoh came into power in Egypt.
He saw that there were a lot of Israelites, or Hebrews as they were known, and feared that they would grow too many and take over the land.
He cared only for the Egyptians and not the Israelites.
Let us rule these Hebrews more strictly. They are growing too strong.
So he decided to make them all slaves. He made them work from early in the morning till late at night, building his Egyptian empire. But the Pharaoh still wasn't happy. The Israelites were growing in numbers, so he decided to make a law.
If any boys were born to the Hebrews, he would have them killed.
At this time, in the face of all this hate, wrong and cruelty, one little boy was born.
When his mother, Jochebed, saw that she had given birth to a baby boy, she decided to hide him, determined that no one would ever kill their beautiful baby.
When she could no longer hide him, she formed a plan to save his life, believing that God would help her and save her beautiful little boy.
She wrapped the baby in blankets, put him in a basket, and placed the basket in some tall grass on the river Nile.
The baby had an older sister named Miriam, and she watched from a distance to see what would happen to her baby brother as he drifted along the Nile.
While she was watching, she saw somebody coming. Her clothes were clean and of royalty. She realized it was the Pharaoh's daughter.
Pharaoh's daughter, with her maid, came down to the river, and they saw the basket floating on the water among the reeds.
She sent one of her maids to bring it to her, and when they opened it, there was a beautiful little baby who began to cry.
The princess felt kind towards the little one and loved it at once.
This is one of the Hebrews' children.
Pharaoh's daughter thought that it would be cruel to let such a lovely baby die out on the water. And just then Miriam came running up to her as if by accident and looked at the baby.
Shall I go and find one of the Hebrew women to take care of the child for you? Yes, go and find the nurse for me.
Miriam ran as quickly as she could and brought Jochebed, the baby's own mother, to the princess.
Take this child to your home and nurse it for me, and I will pay you.
How glad Jochebed was to take her child home. No one could harm her baby boy now, for he was protected by the princess of Egypt, the daughter of the Pharaoh.
When the child was large enough to leave its mother, Pharaoh's daughter took him into her own house in the palace.
She named him Moses, a word that means drawn out, because he was drawn out of the water.
Eventually, Moses would grow up to be an important prophet and bring the word of God to his people.
And just like he was saved from the water, Moses would help the Israelites to break free from slavery in Egypt and take them back to their homeland.